Okay, let's look at a couple different ways we can have access to our own custom commands inside Maya. Now, the first thing you might want to get familiar with is the script editor, which can be found by this little icon down here. And the reason for that is, even if you aren't familiar with scripting, it will give you a history of what you're doing. So say you create a box. Well, here's that script command to repeat that history of what you just did. So say you were to copy that and paste it, it creates the same size box at the origin. So even if you don't know scripting, you can do several commands, have a history in here, then just copy those out and save them as a custom command somewhere. So here I've got just a simple thing. It creates a sphere of a radius of 5, and then it moves it up on the y-axis of 5. And you can see that if I play it here. So it makes a sphere and sets it on the ground. So the first thing we can do with that is save it to the script shelf. I've got my custom shelf here. In fact, I'll delete this one and name it ball or whatever you want, and delete this one. You see every time I press the button I get a ball at the origin. Now another way that we can save these commands is into our hotbox or our marking menu, which is if you hold down spacebar you get all these menus. And even in some of the blank spaces, if you right click or left click, you get another menu. So say if I right click here on the right side, I want a menu option that lets me do the same thing to create that ball. So I'm going to copy, have my script copied. In fact, I'm going to close this out and go under Windows, Settings, Preferences, Marking Menu, Editor. Create a new marking menu, and I'll just name it User. And in any one of these menu boxes, we can right-click and do Edit Menu Item and label it. So this is our ball, and then paste the command in the command section. Save and close. Save. Let's put it twice. Yeah. And with it selected under the, well, first off, these are the other menus that pop up in the blank areas. So right now, the east side is this section here. So anytime I left, middle, or right click here, this is that panel that shows up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace it so that when I right click, it does my menu instead of that menu on the east section. So we do that by changing the options from not set to hotbox. This is the east side, and right click. And then after we apply those, we'll see that it removed it from the previous one, and now right east is for my marking menu. So now when I right click there, I've got the option to make my ball. And if I still left click or middle click, I get the old menu. Now of course they can be done for the west side, the north side, south side. or any kind of custom command you can think of. So there you go.